And I've set up my sluice box here in the creek. What I do is find a nice spot where water's flowing evenly through my sluice box and get a big rock and set on top of it to weight it down, and then just slowly feed my material through there. Now a sluice box is great because don't take no gasoline motor. They're easy to backpack into some remote places where a lot of times gold's hiding, and you can get a lot of gold this way. What happens is the water is moving the light stuff out of your box, and the heavy, which is the gold, will get stuck up in here inside your box. They got these little ribbed rubber matting up here in the top, which the gold likes to get stuck in, and then it's heavy and it stays inside your box. So you just dump your material in the top part, light stuff washes on out, and the heavy gold stays right there in your box. Really good way to get a lot of gold. Now let me show you where I'm digging. Round over here, I found a spot that I liked. Had a little bit of hard pack down in there. I poked around. Back up underneath this log jam here, there's a rock back up underneath there, and that's acting like one of these riffles in the sluice box. You know, it's got that Hungarian shape, and places where the water slows down and the gold, when this is flooding, like right here, you can see these sticks up here. They didn't get put up here. This was when the water was flowing up this high. And when the water was flowing up here, boy, I'm glad I'm not there right now, because that's a lot of, I mean, I think it's high right now, but boy, when it gets really high, it really gets ripping down through here. And when it was that high, that gold will get dislodged and get deposited down here in places like a riffle inside of a sluice box, and behind slow eddies, and behind these big boulders, and behind spots like this. And so that's why I'm digging down in here. I think it's like in behind a riffle in a gold pan or in a sluice box. So I'm going to dig some of that material and run 15, 20 pans through there and clean up, see what I got. And if I get some good gold, well, maybe I'll dig some more. If I don't, maybe I'll find another spot. You know, I'll just kind of keep an eye on it. But I'm thinking this looks pretty good, so I'm going to dig here, see if I can get me some color.
I'm not gonna say that being lucky doesn't help in prospecting. It ain't easy. It takes work. You have to do some digging. And it ain't so glamorous sometimes. But it is a labor of love.
Now I could pan this stuff, but that's hard on the wrist, panning pan after pan. You could run it through here and run a whole lot more material. I'll just work it right on through there. A little bit more. You don't want to dump all your material all at one time in there, because that booms your box. Your gold's gonna work its way in there better. And then I'll just leave it time there while I'm loading my next pan and move on some of that material on down through there. Works pretty good.
Being in the outdoors, prospecting for gold is like an enema for the brain. Whether you're with family, good friends, or just out there by yourself, the peacefulness of Mother Nature just can't be beat.
You get some of these larger rocks, you just wash them off and toss them out of your way. You start seeing rocks like this with quartz in it, that's always a good indicator. This is probably some of the area where the gold came from around here. These quartz rocks like that. What you want to do is toss out any of those large rocks, chuck those out of there, and then just slowly feed this stuff down through there. Now you can help the material in your box. Whoa, almost fell in the creek. But when you help it, you got to go with the flow of the water. So you just knock those larger rocks out with the flow of the water. You never want to go against the water and dig in behind those riffles, because that's where your gold's trapped. And once it gets trapped in there, it'll stay in there with the flow of the water. Hey, let's, I know more than 10, probably less than 15 pans through there. What I like to do before I clean up is give it a little bit of time for material to wash its way through there, so you got less material to run through your pan when you pan it. I'm gonna pull this rock off of here. Go! Whoa! Don't go down the stream on me. I'll wash some of this material out. Pick out of these larger rocks. Whoop, gotta be careful here. That's looking pretty good.
Here we go. The cleanup. Time to see if there's gold for the fruits of our labor. Time to put up or shut up. Did we or didn't we?
Yeah, you get it down to just a little bit of material there before you pull it back and do your, what they call inspection, your fanning action. Oh, I can see a little bit of color starting to show up. Oh, a little bit of gold, some gold, yellow gold. Look at the chunky pieces in there. Gold, gold. Now what's interesting about this gold is look at the color of it. It's got a kind of a dark, tingy color. That means that there's silver mixed in there with it and probably some lead or other impurities. Now, pure gold is 999 fine or 24 karat. And this gold is probably 18, 19 karat. It's got those impurities in it, so it's not pure gold. So when they talk about bullion price of $1,000 gold, this has got some impurities, but to me, it's beautiful just the way it is, because that's the way Mother Nature made it. And that's a pretty nice gold. Look at that. There's probably, maybe a pennyweight and a half. $50 worth of gold in there. That's pretty good. This is a good gold-producing creek right here. Beautiful Washington gold. Now, I'll take and snuffer bottle that up. I got my snuffer bottle here. I'll show you how we do that. You just take that material right there. It's got the yellow gold on it. Get it all over into one spot. Tap on the pan like that. Tap, 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 tap. And then do a fanning action. Bring the material back. Now see it's all kind of right here. And then you just tap on the top of the pan. A little water in there. Tap, 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 tap. See how all the gold just kind of moves over there to one spot? Now I think those bigger pieces might be too big to go through my stuffer bottle, but I put a squeeze on my stuffer bottle and I could suck up all those little small pieces. All those bigger ones aren't going in my snuffer bottle. Well, go in there. But those bigger pieces aren't going to go, but then you can get your gold inside the stuffer bottle instead of out here trying to pick it. But those bigger pieces I'm going to have to pick out of there. Well, that's not too shabby. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll tell you, nothing like it getting out here and getting some fresh air and some beautiful scenery. Snowed out here last night, nice and crisp out here, and the water's nice and crisp. Good drinking water, just absolutely beautiful. Snow up here on the hillside, got enough trees here, don't have to worry about no avalanche or nothing around here. Just beautiful out here.